Hello everyone, this here is a regulator by the Emperor Clock Company. I believe this dates to early to mid 80s, judging by the revision date being 81 here. Well, you know, it might be 83 because it says it right there. But you know, early to mid 80s here. This is my stepmother's. She got this from, I believe, a Goodwill or Salvation Army. Similar story to that little Korean clock I got a while back. It was like no more than $5 because they couldn't get it working, and it just needs a servicing, and it needs some other stuff like the chime. First off, the hands aren't pointing exactly where they're supposed to. The minute hand. There, see, it's going off right there. Also, the chime is muffled because it's not set right. Now, this is a kit clock, and it is in really good shape. This is a kit clock, or at least, you know, there's the assembly instructions here. It shows you how to everything glues together, screws together, whatever. I'm wondering if someone put this together and just never really adjusted it right. I think she said it doesn't want to stay running either. Either way, who knows when the last time this thing has been serviced. So I'm just going to do that. But yeah, I think that's the main things that are wrong with it. First, I got to get this door off, front off, because that's going to make this a lot easier to mess with. And move the camera down. Put the door off. Screws here, and I'm going to go put this in a safe place. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'd like to align this because I feel like this is going to be really easy to do. The hour hand's fine, which that's not even that difficult to adjust, but the minute hand is off, and it should, it's also a little bent too, when I think about it. And let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. Alright. So it should be pointing, let me get it to go off again so we can see what's happening. Well, now it's not going off. Oh, now it did. All right, well, here we go. I'll move you up. Let's see. All right, so it's about 5 minutes off. Keep that down in there. I should be able to just gently turn it. Now I'm bending it. This should not be that tight. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that's why it was never adjusted. So we're going to put a little bit of some penetrant on here. Let's see if that gets us where we need to be. Hopefully this won't damage the paint, but again, it is a $5 clock, so. Alright, I will let this soak. There we go. We have it at 11 o'clock, so I know where to put everything back. Hour hand comes off, simple enough, just pops out. Now, I think that this one, if I remember correctly from the instructions, is actually, you don't take the front off to get it apart. Let's see. Thank you, fan. Very cool. Okay, yeah, I believe the front stays together. Get at it from the back, sort of like a grandfather clock. Or maybe that was just particular to this company, I don't know. But most grandfather clocks I've seen work that way. Okay, cool. And this will go somewhere safe as well. I suppose while I'm here, I can adjust the chime. It's kind of interesting. This one's adjusted pretty far in. And I feel like it really should be out a little further. Here's my cobalt set, which is notoriously bad for just losing bits, apparently, because those ones are gone, which is lovely. I put them back every time. However, I guess the plastic doesn't really hold very well, and the rest of the case doesn't really seal very well. So it is what it is, I suppose. But anyway, I'll adjust this. So let's see. We're going to 11:30, I guess. It still needs to be adjusted a little bit up. Well, I've just realized now that I'm messing with this, I'm probably going to have to readjust it all anyway. But anyway, this is how this should work. Putting it up here. So we'll go to 12. I can get it to go. See? That got rid of the grrr noise because it's not resting on the chime, which is what we want. I can be lazy and remove less screws. That's what I'll do, and I think I can if I just remove these 4 down here in the back. These 4 silver colored ones. It all just pop out now. Yeah, there we go. There's the mechanism. Just that piece. Let me gently set it down. And again, this is going to go in a safe place. So this isn't going to be much different than the other clock. Just going to go around with toothpicks and scrape out any gunk in these bushings. There. And then put some oil on it, and that should be about it. And then, yeah, there's some places I won't really be able to get to too well, but those will just need oil. Should be okay. So I'm actually going to use a toothbrush because the bushings are pretty small on this one. So I've got isopropyl alcohol, but I'm going to try and use the oil first and see how that does. If not, we'll use the alcohol. I know sometimes that'll damage like a coating on this, but I tested it and it doesn't seem like it is, but we'll see with it. All right, so I got it cleaned out as best as I can. Like I said, this isn't really too dirty. It was a little bit of crud and a few bushings, but it was definitely dry. So now I'm gonna throw a little bit of oil on it. All right, it's all clean and oiled. I'm going to put it back together now. Okay, so after a ton of fiddling with this, I finally did get the minute hand to be adjusted. It fought back. But yeah, this is ridiculous. I had to put it in my vise, like, you know, my bench vise, to get this damn thing to adjust. And I actually kind of marred it up a little bit, but I mean, I used a little bit of Sharpie to kind of clean it up. You're probably not going to notice it from across the room. But yeah, that was ridiculous. So no wonder why it had never been adjusted. It was like, I don't know if it was like the paint kind of glued itself to it or what. But anyway, I'm going to continue reassembling. Okay, so unfortunately I don't have a place to hang this up to demonstrate it, but it's functioning now. Of course, it's still going to need the pendulum adjusted. Actually, one of the things I did not mention with this clock, whenever it was at my father's and stepmother's house, the thumb screw or adjustment piece was on backwards and not even like in the pendulum correctly. There's like a little slot it's supposed to go in. So I took it out and fixed that. And that's not the only time I've seen that happen. I guess it's people just don't know how to put that piece on. Anyway, so here I'll demonstrate the chime. And it's chiming just about where it should be. And go up here. All right, so yeah, it's working now. Still gonna need some adjustment, of course, but that is all for now. Thank you for watching.